Well, hello YouTube. Here we are with a little bit of a fix-it video. Of course, all of us who have worked on job sites in our basement or worked in darker areas are familiar with these halogen work lights. Of course, they come anywhere from like whatever it is, 250 watts up to like 1,000 watts or so of lighting power. Sometimes they come, as you see here, in a single head. Sometimes they come in a double head. This one here happens to be a floor model with the stand that pretty much raises it up. This one here seems to be a tripod model, which basically gives her up out of the floor. Some of the other ones are on like a floor stand that basically rests on the floor. Of course, this here being a halogen bulb is kind of older technology, if you want to say. Nowadays they have LED work lights too. So this technology here, you know, is kind of on its way out, if you want to say. Well, of course, I'm not sure if you guys can see it there, but if you see inside the bulb itself, looks a little bit cloudy. Well, that's a sign there that is basically burnt out. Well, this here light has seen quite a bit of use since I bought her many years ago, and I've replaced the bulb 2 or 3 times. So, you know, it's no real big deal for me to tear this on apart and change it. However, for those our first timers at doing this, I'll pretty much go through it again and show you guys how to do it. So of course, first things first, you know, unplug the device so you don't shock yourself or have the risk of it. So of course, second thing here is with a Phillips screwdriver, undo this top screw. Now sometimes you can get lucky and just turn the wing nut at the bottom, and other times you need the Phillips screw to pretty much open her on up. All the wing nut does is as a safety catch just in case, to let all the wing nut is a safety catch just to keep it tight so there's no water or anything get inside where the bulb is. Of course, this work light here has the glass cover. Some of them I've seen are basically wide open with a little bit of a glass bubble right over top of the bulb that's held on by screws. Of course, I haven't seen that design in a few years, so this might be the new improved design over that one. So pretty much, guys, once you got that screw out, you have to pry while both halves apart. Sometimes they are stuck together because of the heat. So pretty much what I like to do is just stick the blade of my screwdriver between the black and the yellow here. Give her a couple good old wiggles, and usually it pops open. And I don't know if this camera is going to focus, but you see there, she's nice and cloudy, and there's a hole physically right through the bulb. Now that could be from an imperfection when they made the bulb, or a possibility of contamination when, well, the bulb was changed. Of course, being these are halogen bulbs, you know, similar to what the ones you're going to find in your vehicle, you don't want to be touching these bulbs when you go to change them, because, well, the oil and such from your skin will cause them to burn out prematurely. So of course, using whatever you're going to use, whether it's rubber gloves or, you know, a Kleenex or a roll of toilet paper, or even a piece of your cleanest, dirtiest shop towel, pretty much grab a hold of the bulb, stick her on in. Now of course there are little pins here on both sides. Pretty much, I'm not sure if you could tell, but you can see the pin on this side here. And of course there are corresponding indents on both ends of the bulb. So pretty much just put her on in. You'll feel it drop into the one pin. Kind of push her toward the one side. It'll start to drop in. And of course connect it up with the other pin. And do a visual on it. Don't know if the camera can pick it up, but as you see there, it's not fully in there yet. So gently bring her back, drop her on the pin, give her a little bit of a pull, kind of a jiggle test. Double check your pins, and basically it should be good to go. Now of course this would be a good time if you wanted to clean this lens up, because obviously when the bulb you know, blew, if you want to call it, it left, well, residue on the inside of the lens. You could clean the reflector if you wanted as well, because, well, a good reflector reflects the light back, which is what you want, right? So of course we'll close the safety cover now. Close her on down, run your screw on in. It's been so long since this fixture was new, I even forget what brand it was. I believe it was from the big box retailer store, not from like the Princess Auto or so. Because at that time we didn't have the big box lumber retail store around here. So, okay guys, so here we are. We got the light fixture all plugged into a power source. Pretty much I'm going to hit the on-off switch and, well, let's hope for the best. Well, there we go guys, we have ourselves a success. Successfully changed, of course, the bulb in this here fixture. So that's definitely a plus. Of course, I've used this here fixture for many uses, everything from auto body repair on a rusty old vehicle to, of course, you know, building shelving, the garage project, the tool room project. It's even been thrown in the back of the truck and rattled around for a bit, which definitely is not good for the bulb, but hey, you know, that's kind of what they're there for, right? Nowadays, sometimes it's cheaper to buy a whole new fixture than it is to replace the bulb, so, you know, me replacing the bulb is just a way of prolonging the life of the fixture for a little while longer. Halogen. But guys, pretty much this has been a light bulb change on a halogen work light fixture. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's World. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.